What is up, my friends? It is Thursday night. It is the late night agenda. As always, thank you so much for giving up some of your time to come and have a chat with me. They've only gone and done it again. And it's not just me being a doom monger at this point. It's the likes of David Ornstein basically saying we're doing very little unless something changes. So where's the planning? Where's the thought process? Where's the genius behind Hughes and Edwards? Well, at this moment in time, my friends, it's very well hidden from light because today we have sold two more players. Yes, Sepp van den Berg and Bobby Clark's deals have gone through. They are off and, yeah, departed, gone. Bye-bye, arrivederci. Anybody coming in, I hear you ask? Doesn't look like it. Not at the minute. We're going to go through it all tonight, and I'm going to tell you why I'm absolutely fuming. I'm going to be reading out Anfield Sector, who posted, what do you pick up in conversations is that Liverpool are looking at that position, centre-back, but it would take some departures, and probably both Gomez and Van den Berg. So, Ornstein saying that in order for Liverpool to strengthen at centre-back, it's probably going to take us losing Gomez and Van den Berg. Now, let me just make this make sense. This was the summer we were going in where we already only had 4 centre-backs. And Gomez hasn't really been utilised as a centre-back too much. And there was already an admission right across the board that we needed to sign a centre-back. Now, unless we lose a centre-back to put us another step backwards, it doesn't look like we're going to bring in a centre-back. So, make it make sense. We've already sold Van den Berg, who was the cushion. He was the extra body. So he's gone. And now we're one injury away from a crisis. And yet again, the overlords at FSG are apparently not willing to spend money. Anfield Sector posted themselves, so it looks like no centre-back will be signed to replace Van den Berg unless Joe Gomez also leaves, according to Ornstein. Also, the number 6 chase is over unless the right opportunity presents itself. No signings at all. That's where we're at. That is what being patient has done for us. That is what sitting tight and doing what everyone asks us to do has done for us. Once again, shown us that we're going to get shafted by FSG. That all the promises, all the journalists writing about 3 summer transfers, all the Fabrizio Romano and David Ornstein talk of people behind the scenes working on deals and talking to agents has been what? Absolute bullshit. Unless, of course, something dramatic happens. But it doesn't sound like there's a plan. It sounds like, unless something dirt cheap pops up last minute, Liverpool aren't going to do anything. That is unacceptable. That is pathetic. And that is your owners. Again. To quote Klopp, I'm running out of energy. FSG out, said Essex Copite. Mate, do you know what annoys me? More than anything, I have to listen to the same crap every year from the people who support the owners. I have to listen to, it's too early to start giving out, give them the benefit of the doubt, have patience, the window's still open, all the same things that I've had to put up with for 6 years on this channel from certain people who just don't see what's in front of them. However you dress this up, this is another transfer window that we have monumentally screwed up on. Another transfer window where instead of strengthening, we've weakened ourselves. And we've weakened ourselves by selling off some of the talented youngsters. And no addition so far. Now, I am open to miracles happening and stuff going over in the next few days. But the journalists aren't sounding too optimistic on it. And these are the same ones that have been towing the company line all summer. So at what point are these people going to realise that they are being shafted? At what point are they going to realise that FSG do this over and over and over again? I don't want to be right. I really don't. I want to be on here being excited about Zubamendi or Caicedo or any of the other near deals that we had. That, you can see it written all over my face during those streams. It means the world to me. But I'm not going to sit back and be lied to, manipulated over and over and over and have people refusing to acknowledge reality. It's mental. These people need help. Hughes and Edwards must be just sitting with their thumbs up their backside, said Josh Black. Mate, I don't know. And I want so badly to give Edwards and Hughes the benefit of the doubt. I really do. But how can any of us rationally Read what we've just read there about the Gomez and Vandenberg situation. Hear that we're probably not going to sign a centre-back. Hear that we're not going to sign a 6. What have they done? What have they actually done to justify their existence at the club over the summer? Nothing other than sell out from under us and bring more money in. And I don't want to hear the promises of next summer or January, because we've been there, washed, rinsed, repeated, we're back where we started. Because we were given those promises at the start of this summer. Three positions was being spoken about by everybody, not one. In fact, we've gone backwards because we've sold some of the youngsters who could have filled in some of the gaps. It is absolutely idiotic. Elk70 said, we're the reverse Chelsea, selling everyone instead of signing everyone. This is ridiculous, but expect nothing less from the people in Boston. I've said it over and over again. My biggest gripe with them is over transfers. Outside of transfer windows, I don't talk about them much because they're irrelevant. But when they ain't signing the checks, when they're not making us competitive, when they're trying to convince all of us that what we're seeing with our own eyes isn't real, then I start to get annoyed. One injury and we're done. Remember how we felt when we thought that Jarell Kwanzaa had picked up a knock? And that's when we still had the possibility of keeping Sepp. So now we've got a Joe Gomez who isn't happy and knows that he's surplus the requirements for the right number. We've got a captain who's inside the last year of his contract and the club can't be arsed giving him a new deal yet, or even make him feel like he's loved and wanted. We've got Ibrahim Kanade who's had shaky form and injuries, and then we have a youngster. That is the extent of our depth at centre-back, and I, as a rational human being, am supposed to believe that we can go in and win the Premier League and the Champions League with that lack of squad depth and that emergence of injuries. It's absolute horseshit. Sack Hughes, any contract extensions at least. That's going to be the big spin, mate. That's going to be the big, oh look, we got Trent signed up, aren't we brilliant? Wow, what an end to the window. You should all be grateful. Old man Digu said, great show as always. Been a fan for years. You're a friend. Remember that, my man. You're a friend, not a fan. You're a friend. Unless you're talking about the club, in which case, absolutely have at it. In your honest assessment, is the team in a good place right now, or do we need that one player? Look, we have the makings of a very good squad. We absolutely do. And I'm not going to sit here and say it's all doom and gloom and that we're going to be also rans. We're not. But we're denying ourselves the opportunity, the best opportunity to go and win things. For us to win a major competition this year, it's going to take a bit of luck. It's going to take some injuries not coming and haunting us. It's going to take history not repeating itself. And nothing about Ibrahim Kanade makes me feel he can play 30 Premier League games in a season. Nothing. Because he always picks up muscle strains and knocks. Jarell Kwanzaa is a young developing centre-back. Really excited by his future. Joe Gomez, most of us don't even think of as a centre-back these days. And he could still leave. So on what planet are we supposed to feel like we're in better shape than last season? It isn't factually correct. It isn't. You can't even hypothesize how we could be better other than improving on the training ground. Other than Arne Slot coaching us better. And even at that, we've gone from Jurgen, who couldn't get any more out of this squad, to now Arne Slot, who hopefully can get a bit more out of the squad, but is absolutely not being backed by the owners. Their man, their decision, their choice. Will said 23 players so far out the club, gaining a lot of money through sales and wages. 8 days left of the window and not one incoming player through the door. FSG are a joke. They are. But somehow, I went on to The Athletic just before I came on here. And I went on to the Echo as well, because somebody was having a little dig at me on the Echo that I had to reply to. And there's still people on there talking about squad depth. There's still people saying we're overstocked at centre-back. I swear to God I'm not making this up. There's people saying, so you want the club to sign centre-backs and we've got 6, including Nat Phillips and Rhys fucking Williams. Rhys Williams, who couldn't even get into an Aberdeen side and has gone on loan to Morecambe. And Nat Phillips, who these clowns don't seem to realise is also in the last year of his deal and also not good enough. these people are delusional and are an embarrassment to football fans because they haven't got a clue what they're talking about, and they're looking down at the rest of us and spouting nonsense as always. It does my head in. Jake said, we're 2 injuries away from a crisis. FSG out. We have a decent first team, but the reason Manchester City win the league is because of their squad depth. Yes. And Arsenal again finished above us last year, as did City. And yes, some of those have lost players, but at least they're trying to bring in players. Arsenal are ambitious and want to win. We've been lied to and manipulated all summer again. And here's the thing, the owners will say, well, we didn't tell anybody we were signing players. But the briefings to the media was very leaning into 3 signings, wasn't it? Wait till July is over, they said. August will be a busy month. Crescendo. Crescendo of what? Frustration? Anger? Resentment towards the owners? Because that's the only crescendo I can see building right now. And it isn't just us Anfield Agenda folk anymore. It isn't just the fringe fans who are getting a bit annoyed. Even the hardcore FSG in brigade are starting to see them for what they are, which is absolute charlatans and spoofers. And I'm choosing my words very damn carefully. I actually have questioned myself this summer going, am I actually insane? Like, am I just wrong? Am I seeing this the wrong way? Like, these people are so steadfast in their support of an ownership group that doesn't give a damn. It genuinely baffles me. Is it possible for you to start a GoFundMe to get a plain FSG out banner? This is pathetic. They don't want to win. They should back Slot. I don't see how that banner, with all due respect, would do any good. Mobilising people on the ground through outlets to speak out against the owners. But by the time it gets to that point, you're probably going to be in the season where we fall away a bit. Because if we start winning games, which of course we all want, that will be used as a way to try and excuse the lack of business, or to try and prove that they were right not to strengthen, even though it will lead to us falling away again by the time the season's over and falling short of the big prizes. Transfer hysterics, I believe, was the phrase I was looking for. People are hysterical about transfers. Imagine seeing your club boasting about saving £18.5 million in wages. Imagine not replacing Thiago, Matip, and bringing in another third choice goalkeeper to save money from the reserves. Imagine selling Sepp van den Berg. Imagine looking to move on Nat Phillips. Imagine selling Bobby Clark. Imagine putting Ben Doak available for sale. Imagine doing all of those things, getting £8 million from Dominic Solanke's deal, and still not buying a damn player. So, Giovanni, my man, I don't know where the money is, but I know where it certainly isn't, and that is being put towards recruitment.